Hey everybody, welcome back to the vlog, and thank you for joining me for my tea this morning. I want to talk to you guys about professional service and which companies offer professional services and which ones don't, and why you should care. So before I get into it, I want to ask that if you haven't went over to my website, JCristina.com, that you do so. Go check it out. There might be something there that you might like. If there is, please pick it up and support me. So jumping right into it today. Now, I want to say that professional services are very important because as professional photographers or even pro-am photographers, sometimes we need the support of our manufacturer and we need quick turnaround times. Now, before we get into a specific manufacturer's ecosystem and we buy in and we're basically married to that manufacturer, there's things that we might need that are required by us for our work. So maybe it is a feature set. Maybe we need something that has a lot of megapixels, or maybe does really good at video or is great at low light, right? Or possibly lenses or lens selection. Does that manufacturer offer lenses that I need? Something really wide, maybe tilt shift, or maybe even something extremely long, 800 millimeters, because we do sports and action stuff. Or is it build quality for us? We take a look at build quality. Is it rugged? Is it not rugged? Does it have weather seal? Does it not? If we're shooting in Alaska, we probably want weather seal as well as if we're shooting near the ocean, right? But conversely, if we are, for example, a portrait photographer that works in our studio all day and our camera never comes off the tripod and we're sitting in air conditioned, it probably doesn't matter if it has weather sealing and it's very rugged because you're not going to be banging around a lot as if you're maybe an event shooter and you're sitting in a mosh pit during a concert. So there's certain things that we look for, but for me, one of the most important things is professional service programs, and are they offered by that manufacturer? So let me start out by saying FujiFilm is one of those manufacturers that does not offer a professional service program. Well, let's just say not for their X series. You can get a professional service program from FujiFilm if you own a GFX for $6,500. That is a medium format camera, and it'll cost you about $500 per year. So it is available, but for the majority of Fuji shooters, there is not one available. They spoke about putting one together about 2 or 3 years ago, but it has never came to fruition as of yet. So now looking at Canon and Nikon and Sony, they all offer professional service programs. And they've used almost identical text to say who is a professional and who is not. Who can get this program and who cannot? And if you look at the lingo here, I'll just take one of them for example. This is Sony's, and they're almost identical for the other two. It says that you must be a professional, self-employed individual, or an employee of a professional imaging business who plays a direct and active role in the creation of moving or still images for third parties with a large proportion of income derived from this creation. That's what they determine to be a professional photographer or videographer, however you want to call it. And this is almost identical for all three, Canon, Nikon, and Sony. So moving past that, what are these professional programs? How much do they cost? And ultimately, are they worth it? So we're just going to look through a few of them. I'm going to start out with Canon, that's CPS, which I'm very familiar with. I've been with them for a decade plus. Now, Canon has 3 tiers of membership: a silver, a gold, and a platinum membership. A silver membership requires 10 points, a gold 20 points, and a platinum requires 50 points. And the points are basically obtained by owning equipment. So for specific bodies, you get points, for specific lenses, flashes, or whatnot. And they need to come up to a specific level so that you can purchase that yearly contract with them. We're not going to look at the silver membership as it is free, but it doesn't give you a whole lot of nothing. And if you're a professional, you're not going to want it anyways. Now, as far as their gold membership, they give you 2 business day shipping turnaround if there is something that needs to be repaired. They also give you evaluation loaners, 20% discount, and it's $100 a year. Once again, you need 20 points to get it. So you're going to need a few bodies like 5D Mark IIIs, 5D Mark IVs, a few pieces of L glass to be able to get to that level. Now, as far as their Platinum CPS membership, that gives you identical to the Gold, but it gives you a little bit more benefits. You do need 50 points to get into that. It is $300 a year, but you're going to get overnight turnaround times, which is amazing. You're also going to get more evaluation units per year. You're going to have 30% discount on any kind of service done. And like I said, it's $300. Very, very powerful. When you can get overnight shipping on something that's broken, that's amazing. So let's move on to Nikon. They also work on a point system. They require 2 Nikon professional bodies as well as 2 Nikkor professional lenses. The difference between them, they have 750 points that they need to have their base Carbon Plus, or you can have a titanium membership if you have 1,000 points. Now, what they do differently here is it runs only on points and not on a membership. So for Nikon, it is free no matter what, but you have to have a lot of gear to get you into those programs. So for example, with the Carbon Plus, you're going to end up with a 3-day turnaround on your return repairs, let's call it. You're also going to get equipment loaners, and you're going to have a discount of 10% off any type of repairs done. For 1,000 points, you're going to get a turnaround once again of 3 days, 72 hours. You're going to have a little bit more loaners that are available to you every year, and you're going to have a maximum discount of 20%. Now remember, you're not paying for this. The only thing that you have to do is go to Nikon once a year and update your information. Say, hey, I just bought a new Nikkor piece of glass. Here it is. This is the serial number. Or I got rid of this, or I added that body, or whatever the case might be. It is your requirement. I think it's right around December that you keep up to date with your information. Once again, it is free. So now looking at Sony, they're very similar as Canon and Nikon, but they do not work on a point system. They just want you to have certain glass and certain bodies. So your requirement is to have 2 alpha bodies, but one of them has to be a full frame alpha body, and you have to have 3 pieces of glass, either G Master or Zeiss glass. This isn't cheap. This is not cheap, but that's all that they require, and the cost is $100. Now, what do you get for it? Just like with Nikon, you get a 3-day turnaround on repairs, you get evaluation loaners, and you get 20% off any type of repair, similar to Canon's Gold package, right? What I do like about Sony in comparison to the other two is the fact that you're not running on this point system. This point system forces you to have so much equipment. All right. And the problem with the point system is the points go down as the equipment ages. A perfect example is on the Canon side. If you have an EOS 5D, you will receive 0 points for it. If you have a Mark II, for example, you'll get 2 points for it. Now remember, for their, what I call their base gold plan, you need 20 points. So for example, if you have a 5D Mark III, you get 6 points. And a Mark IV, you get 7 points. You see how this adds up? So no matter how you look at it, you're going to be probably $4,000 or $5,000 in the hole to get into any of these service programs. But if you are a professional, that is just a little bit that you currently have in your stockpile. So kind of coming full circle here, now that we see what Sony's doing and Canon and Nikon, they're all really good programs. And I think that if you are a professional, you should be involved in your manufacturer's program. I've used the CPS program many times in the past and had things turned around so fast, it is amazing. And if you are a professional and let's say you're on a week-long gig and something goes south, even though you have backup bodies, you're still down a body. And instead of having to go rent a body or rent a new piece of glass or flash or whatnot from a local camera company and hope that they actually have it, you will be able to have that thing turned around within 24 to 48 hours with Canon. Their service, I think, out of all of them is still the best, especially for the timing and the amount of discount and what you're paying. But no matter which manufacturer that you have, either Sony, Nikon, or Canon, I would say it is definitely worth $100 a year or even more to have these services. As far as FujiFilm, I think that they really need to get on the ball and offer one of these programs to their X series clients, because some of those X series clients are professionals, but they do not have professional service backing them, which is a problem. So anyways, guys, that's all that I have for you today. I hope you found the content useful. If you have, please throw me a big thumbs up. That would be awesome. Don't forget to smash that subscribe button so you can get all my content when it becomes available, and click the bell icon so when it is available, you will be notified of it. And don't forget to head over to my website, JCristina.com, where you can find all of my photography tools that I've invented for you and me over the years, and hopefully there's something that you might like, and if there is, please pick it up and support me. We'll see you in the next vlog. Take care, guys.